All right, like I was saying, you can't control the other two people that you're in the fight with. But what you can do is set them up with. If you ever played Final Fantasy 12, it's basically like gambits, but it's not as free roaming as gambits are. Um, and they're called paradigms. Okay, now you have these. You can do paradigm shifts where you can set up certain roles for certain members, and basically that's like their gambits. They have a certain set of rules that they have to abide by, and the AI itself basically does it for you. So if someone in your party needs to be healed, just like a gambit, they would heal you or they would heal them. It's the same type of concept going on here. It's just that it's more kind of straightforward and a little bit more simplistic. Uh, so basically, you can do paradigm shifts depending on the situation that you're in battle. So if you start off with like a commando and two ravagers, and you're like, damn, I'm dealing some damage. Let me go ahead and make do a paradigm shift to a commando, a medic, and I don't know, a saboteur or something like that. And basically, you can do it right on the fly, and everybody will switch, and then each person will know their role. But you can only control that one person. Everybody else is going to do what they do on their own. I mean, and we've seen games like this before. You know, a lot of games do incorporate this. I mean, look at Star Ocean 2 on the original PlayStation, and which is a fantastic fucking game, by the way. Um, but anyways, just to give an example of kind of what the same deal is. But the difference is here. The main difference, like I said, is the fact that you can't control the other two people. All right. Another thing is that I saw Seventh bring up this fact about there's like this magic called Libra or Libra, however you want to say it, in this game. Now, this magic spell has been in every single Final Fantasy game I can remember to date. Uh, Basically, what it is that you can go ahead and cast it, and if you cast it on a certain enemy type, it'll tell you all its weaknesses. It'll tell you, the best way to pretty much kill it. So what happens is that you go ahead and cast it. You can press R1, and then you can see all its weaknesses for yourself, so that the character that you control, you can actually, combat him the best. Your party members will automatically know what to do. They'll automatically know what to do. And basically, what happens is that if you get that enemy again, if you fight that enemy again at any point in the rest of the game, uh, your party will automatically know how to deal with that enemy the fastest and most efficient way. Now, I think what Square Enix realized here is that you're playing with human beings and not primates. So, if let me give you an example. A long time ago, I didn't know how to read. I learned how to read. So from there on, the rest of my life, I knew how to read. Yesterday, I went outside. I looked up in the sky. I saw, I was wondering what that was. And I was wondering what that white stuff was up there also. Someone told me that the sky is blue and the white stuff are clouds. From that point on, I knew that the sky was blue and the white stuff up there was clouds. People are trying to make it seem like it's something like, oh my God, it's horrible. But but with a little bit of common sense put into it, it makes sense. It just makes plain sense that it's not that bad of a thing. It's not even really bad. It's just something that they kind of changed for this game, um, and it's there. It's there for you to use. So I mean, I like the fact that I can cast something on an enemy type, and then the game is smart enough to be like, you know what? I fought this before. I think I know how to deal with it now. The same thing with everyday life. You learn how to drive a car. I don't expect you to forget how to drive a car 20, 30 minutes later. You should know how to drive a car for the rest of your life. Um, All right, another thing is in the combat is a thing called stagger, and basically what happens here is that your party can attack certain key members of whoever you're fighting. If they attack, they have to overwhelm them, okay, in order for a stagger to happen. So basically, let's say I'm attacking a minion or something. Let's say it's a fucking minion or whatever, and I'm attacking him, but I attack him on a slow basis. His stagger meter will not grow rapidly. It'll grow a little bit, but the time that I'm not hitting him, his stagger meter will slowly go down. But if I'm overwhelming him with attacks, he'll eventually get staggered to a point that no matter like to a point that if I hit him while he's being staggered, he'll take a lot more. He'll be much more vulnerable to my devastating attacks, which again makes sense because if I go outside and punch somebody in the face 3 times, they are going to be staggered. They are going to be a hell of a lot more vulnerable to my attacks. Doesn't matter what I do. Uh, and they just kind of bring these little elements into this game. So I mean that's another thing that I don't have a problem with. I mean it's there, it's cool, whatever. Um, Let me see what else about it. The combat. I mean those are like the main things. The only thing that I really just don't really like too much about it is the fact that you can't control the other 2 characters, and that's pretty much it. It's just how it is, and you can't really choose who you want in your party. Um, but as I understand, when you hit a certain point in the game later on, you can actually uh, have whoever you want in your party, which sounds sweet. I can't wait to get to that part so I can actually, form my team how I want them and really customize my paradigms to my certain, you know, characters how I really want them. Um, so yeah, that's cool. Um, Nothing really else about the combat other than, like I said, the combat is very very fast paced. It's upbeat, and I like that a lot. I think that is fucking sweet. Okay, outside of the combat, the game is visually great, man. The game looks great. I mean, the quality of this game is great. It looks good, and everything. Why they couldn't put towns in the game, I don't fucking know. That's another thing that's bad about this game. But it's not like it's fucking terrible, you know. It's still a good game. Uh, but it's sad that they couldn't put the towns up in there. Um, the music is great. The music is great. For the most part, I already talked about the voice acting in a sense with the characters. For the most part, the voice acting is really good. It's just that character Vanille, her voice sometimes just like, okay, just stop. Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much everything in my take on it so far. I think the game is good. Um, like I said, people try to make certain aspects of this game sound like straight shit when it's not. Uh, when it's pretty solid. Is it a lot different? Is it out of people's comfort zone? Yeah, it definitely is. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. Um, so would I recommend this game right now? Like I said, it's hard for me to say because I honestly don't even feel like I should have brought out these 2 videos yet because I feel like I'm nowhere in this game. Like I would figure that I would at least do a first impressions about a good 20 hours into this game. But I'm not even 20 hours into it. 20, 25, 30, somewhere around there. Being that it's an RPG. Uh, so yeah, next time I do say anything else about this game, it'll most likely be in review after I beat it. All right, there is one more thing I want to say. This game is linear. Okay, point blank, game is linear. But you get to a certain part of the game where the doors do open a lot. It's not a massive door opening where you got a world map and all this stuff, but it does open up so that you can grind, level up and stuff like that and do side quests. It does get to that point, but you have to put a lot of time and work into the game in order to reach that, to really see where this game really shines. But as of right now, like I said, I think it's good. I'm liking it. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it now. All right, y'all. Peace out.